What's up, guys? Let's go through the trades I've taken and review my month of August. This is mainly discretionary trades based on my understanding of the market and using mostly order flow or momentum and high time frame point of interest. Again, these are discretionary trades based mainly on my understanding of the market. I've seen these patterns repeat over and over again, and from the start of the month I wanted to test out whether I could trade those specific entries at a specific time, and I've continued to monitor every single one of my trades just to see how I've performed, and this is what I've ended up with. So yeah, let's go through the month. Along the way I have also added the ICT trading sessions, which is London, New York, London close. This closes London close, and outside trading hours is OTH, which is something I don't want to be trading. And I've taken long positions, short positions, trend, counter trend, the lot. And yeah, if you've been following me, you'd see I've added this session column, I've added this news column as well, which I've only started from midweek 3. And yes, I try to review each trade at the end of the week or during the week, and as you can see, I've got notes on all of them, and I've got YouTube videos for pretty much every single one of these trades that I've journaled and reviewed. So I've collected the data for August, and although looking at the charts, if you look at London P&L, it's minus 5.9. Thursday P&L was quite negative. It's minus 2.5. I don't really want to take that on and not trade on a Thursday, mainly because this has all been discretionary from the start of the month, and I've just applied my analysis from the previous weeks and identified the things that I was doing wrong, and then going on to next week I try to improve on those things and try to trade better trades. One of the key performance indicator for me, and that kept me going until the end of the month, and that made me have hope, was the fact that I was entering good trades quite often, and I was also exiting those good trades way too often. So if you look at week 1, the good trades I exited, 3, which was around 43% of the overall good trades I took, and they went on to be winners of 2-3% at least. Same on week 2, you can see I took 5 good trades and I got out of them straight away on 3 of them, almost 60% of them. That could have turned a -2 into a break even or a positive week. Similarly, week 3 as well, just 1 good trade was early exited, which could have again led that to break even. And finally, going into week 4, my main objective was to let my good trades run, which is exactly what I managed to do, and that's something I want to continue to do going forward, mainly because I feel a lot more comfortable entering some of these trades. It's just the fact that I early exit them so often and they go on to win. One of the main reasons I was able to reduce this percentage was mainly because I reduced my risk from 1% of my account to 0.2%, and because I did that, there was just honestly no psychological pressure or battle to exit that trade. It didn't matter, because I was only going to lose 0.2% of my account. Whether if that trade had gone on to win or lose, it didn't matter. And as you can see, because I let those trades run, for these good trades, I was able to end the week profitable. I know had I done the same thing on these 2 weeks as well, they both would have ended up in positive, in the green. So that was one of the main reasons I wanted to keep going, and also one of the main reasons I wanted to reduce this KPI. Another one was the fact that I took so many trades in the first week. I wanted to reduce that going on forward and stop taking too many bad trades. So you can see every week bad trades were down by a few percentage, except for the last week where I took 2, but I also early exited straight away on one of the bad trades that I took. So yeah, my main objective is to continue to reduce the number of trades I take, continue to increase the number of good trades I take, which has gone up since the start of the month, and continue to increase or understand what my okay trades are. I know what my good trades are. They stand out fairly straight away, and okay trades are something I need to review, and then my bad trades, I need to start cutting them more and more, bring the percentage down even more. And with the early exits, I need to completely stop exiting my trades early, especially when I know they're good trades. So I don't really want to review all week 1, 2, and 3 right now, which I've done in my previous weekly analysis. I do want to look at week number 4, which is what I believe was one of my main strongest week, because of the fact that I reduced my risk down to 0.2% from 1%, which gave me a lot of confidence, and also reduced a lot of psychological pressure on wanting to be right and not wanting to lose. So yeah, let's just review week 4. Total number of trades was 9, and I took one early exit, which went on to hit targets. However, I wasn't a big fan of that trade, and I've got this column that I've added, which is repeat. Do I want to repeat this trade in the future? And honestly, a lot of these are no, I don't want to repeat them, mainly because they don't provide enough confluence. Although they might have been profitable, they might have gone on to hit targets potentially, but they don't provide enough confluence for me to say, yes, I want to trade that in the future. I took one trade outside the trading hours. This was just before 12 o'clock. Sorry, just before 11 o'clock, so around 10:50. I don't mind UK time. I don't mind trading from 10 to 11 UK time either. I just don't like the time between around 11:30 and 1 o'clock. From 12 to 1, price seems to manipulate before going in its intended direction. So it's not, if you're, you know the direction of the market, and then price starts to move in the opposite direction between 12, 1, 2, then you've got an entry. But I don't mind counter trading before, as such a strong POI. If you watch this video for this trade on the 27th of August, I took 2 losses in a row, and then the third one took out a strong major buy side liquidity, and I took a short, which went on to hit targets. It could have been more, but I took target 1s and target 2s. I early exited the first trade on Monday, mainly because there was a 60-minute fair value gap below the 240 fair value gaps, 50% that I took entry at. If I'm going to be aggressive, taking entry at peaks, I need that lower point of interest to be hit before I can look for an entry. So I don't mind getting out of that trade, and that's not a trade I would want to take again. Another early exit was similar thing here on the daily time frame. I took a entry at a fair value gaps low, but there was another fair value gap below that, and ideally I want to see the below fair value gap being tested before looking for an aggressive entry. So yeah, I've made a video for all of them, and I'll link them to this video personally for me to review in the future. But if you're interested, you can have a look as well. I also added this column right here, FOMO entry. Are these trades based on, am I entering them based on FOMO, or am I entering them because I'm waiting for price to reach a certain point of interest? Has price delivered what I want it to deliver before I'm entering the trade? If so, then no, it's not a FOMO. Otherwise, yeah, if I just open charts and I see price movement or volatility in a certain direction and I panic and enter, then yeah, that is FOMO. I don't think this was a FOMO. I was waiting for price to come to that level. It's just I didn't like the level. So yeah, overall, I think this was a good week. There's a few trades that I think I can skip trading on, especially just too much hassle to do the work later on. Especially if I didn't need to take this trade, I didn't need to make a video. I didn't need to put in so much effort into just one trade, and I could have used that time and energy to do something more productive. But this is the main reason I'm doing this, so I can identify these kind of trades and avoid taking them in the future. And that's that for the last week of August and the end of the month of August. I don't want to be making the same mistakes, and I want to reduce the amount of trades that I take and try to only take the good ones as much as I can, and the okay ones if I can. Avoid those bads. Don't exit trades that are in a really good point of interest or that are in a really good trend. Let it play out. Trade only during the sessions. Try to avoid trading outside trading hours, and yeah, continue to build on this progress, because I did build on the progress week in, week out, reduce the number of trades, cut down on good early exit trades, especially from week 2, because I noticed a lot of them were hitting targets. And yeah, also I think one thing I need to do is take bigger targets, because my targets are getting hit, especially when I'm in direction of high time frame order flow. Let that trade hit at least 2 to 1 risk reward. But apart from that, yeah, we'll see how the next month goes. That will be a much better indication of which days are good, which days are bad, sessions, P&Ls, because hopefully I am taking a lot less trades and a lot less bad trades going forward.